Hello everyone. Okay, in the last session we have completed with the module 4. Okay, in module 4 we have completed the topic of centroid. Okay, so what is centroid? What are the different derivations of centroid for the plane figures? Okay, that all we have studied in the centroid, and also we have solved some problems on the centroid. Okay, so in continuation with the centroid, in the module 4 itself there comes moment of inertia. Okay, so let us start with the new topic, moment of inertia. So before starting this topic, let us recall what is centroid. Okay, so as we know that centroid is a point where whole area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated. Okay, so it was indicated by the letter G, centroid. Okay, or center of gravity is related with the center of gravity is the point where whole weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated. Okay, so in dealing with the plane figures we come across the centroid. That is, centroid is the point where whole area of the plane figure, as you can see here, whole area of this plane figure is assumed to be concentrated at some particular point. Okay, so this point is called as centroid. Okay, so calculation of centroid means finding out the value of x bar and y bar. As you can see, finding out the value of x bar and y bar. Okay, so by using the uh, procedure. Okay, so we have used the formula. X bar is equal to summation of a into x divided by summation of a, and y bar is equal to summation of a into y divided by summation of a, where summation of a is nothing but all the areas a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on. Okay, and summation of a into x is nothing but a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 and so on. Similarly, here summation of a into y is nothing but a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3. Okay, so these were the formulas to calculate the centroid. Then, while deriving the expression for centroid of different plane figures, we have used the term moment of area. So before that, we know what is moment. Moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. Okay, moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. That is nothing but moment of a force. When you come across the word moment of area, okay, so moment of area is nothing but area into perpendicular distance. Either it may be L, X, Y or anything else. The distance which is perpendicular, that is called as that you have to multiply with the area, so that you will get moment of area. Okay, so as I said, moment of inertia is the continuation of the centroid. Okay, for that let us consider, okay, an irregular plane lamina of area A, okay, whose center of gravity G is at a distance x from the reference y axis and y from the reference x axis respectively. Okay, so as you can see in this figure. Okay, now moment of area about the y axis. I am telling moment of area about y axis is nothing but area into what is the perpendicular distance with respect to y axis, x. So it is a into x. So this is called what? First moment of area. This is called first moment of area. Okay, so if this first moment of area is again multiplied by perpendicular distance again. first moment of area is again multiplied by, so A into x is first moment of area. If it is again multiplied by x, then it will become A into x square, okay, so which is called second moment of area, which is called second moment of area, or that is only called as moment of inertia. That is also called as moment of inertia. So therefore moment of inertia is indicated by mi about y axis is equal to a into x square. Similarly, moment of inertia about x axis is equal to a into y square. Okay, so this is called moment of inertia. Okay, so then the next topic is least and greatest moment of inertia. Okay, so least and greatest moment of inertia. So it is nothing but if Ix bar and Iy bar are the moment of inertia of plane figure about x-axis and y-axis respectively, then here if I bar x is greater than I bar y, I bar x is greater than I bar y, then I bar x is called greatest moment of inertia and I bar y is called least moment of inertia. Okay, then the unit, SI unit of this moment of inertia is mm raised to 4 if you use mm, or meter raised to 4 if you use the meter. Okay, so that is what least and greatest moment of inertia. So then comes radius of gyration. Okay, next topic is radius of gyration. So what is this radius of gyration? Okay, so see, this radius of gyration is also the distance from the given axis where the whole area of a plane figure is assumed to be concentrated so as not to alter the moment of inertia about the given axis. Okay, so this radius of gyration is nothing but it is the distance from the given axis. Okay, so if 1 is the given axis, okay, the distance from this given axis to the centroid, okay, is called radius of gyration. Okay, is called radius of gyration so as to not alter the moment of inertia of about this given axis. Okay, for example, here the moment of inertia about this 1 axis. Okay, so it can be given as k. This is k is the radius of gyration. So as you can see, this is a perpendicular distance. So moment of inertia of this can be written as I is equal to a into k square. As you know that moment of inertia is given as first moment of area into perpendicular distance. Okay, first moment of area is a into k. Okay, second moment of area is into k again. So a into k square is the moment of inertia of this figure. Now it can be written as k is equal to square root of I divided by a. Okay, so that is if you take with reference to x-axis, kx is equal to root of ix bar by a and ky is equal to root of I bar y by a. So that is radius of gyration. Okay.